Hey folks, we just got done riding Yamaha's 2022 Tracer 9 GT. Now this is a middleweight plus sized touring bike from the Tuning Fork brand. It effectively replaces Yamaha's old FJ09. Now this vehicle is all new for the 2021 model year. It carries into 2022. No changes besides a slight $100 bump in MSRP. Now this vehicle employs all the wonderful changes that we saw on the 2021 MT-09. It has the bigger capacity 890cc inline-three engine. It has the updated frame and chassis, and it has Yamaha's awesome ergonomics package that make this motorcycle so easy to live with every day. Now I really like this inline-three engine in this motorcycle. You can really tell that Yamaha closely studied the Triumph brand, and this inline-three feels very similar to their power plant. It has gobs of torque, it sounds awesome, it has great throttle response, and has a really nice character. Now what I like about the Tuning Fork brand's inline-three more as opposed to the Hinckley brands is just how much smoother this engine runs. It has a lot less vibration, and it just is a more well-rounded power plant. Now this motorcycle employs semi-active suspension damping adjustment. Now what that does is it allows the fork and the shock to automatically adjust damping force in real time based on rider control input and or vehicle dynamics. This motorcycle is outfitted with an IMU, which gives this vehicle positional awareness on the road. Now Yamaha has multiple suspension maps. They have a more aggressive map and a more forgiving map, which automatically changes the damping force based on the conditions. Now while I really like Yamaha fitting semi-active suspension on this motorcycle, after all, who wants to mess with clickers? The actual application of the suspension, it works really well around town and gives a very good, comfortable ride over bumps. But when you're really getting some around the corners, this motorcycle is a little bit unglued. The suspension isn't nearly as capable as feeling as a standard MT-09 or a up-spec MT-09 SP. Yet, if you're someone who never wants to mess with clickers, you just want the machine to do it for you, you're gonna like this suspension. Now, what I really like about this Tracer 9 GT is the ergonomics. This is a very comfortable motorcycle to ride all day. I love the adjustable windshield on this motorcycle. You can adjust it up or down with one hand. I like the OE plastic fitted handguards, which do a great job of keeping your mitts warm in cooler temperature. I also like that this bike has heated grips with a very large window of adjustment. When it's cold outside, you're gonna really like the combo of these plastic handguards and the heated grips. The cruise control is an also nice feature. I do like it, but I wish you could enable it in gears lower than fourth. You have to be going over fourth gear to enable cruise control, and I think it would be nice if you could enable it at lower speeds. I also really like the Tuning Fork brand's OE hard luggage setup. These plastic hard cases are very easy to open and close. They're easy to take off and put on. They hold a lot of stuff, and the best part is they come standard with this motorcycle. Now we rode this bike after dark, and the headlights do a nice job illuminating the road ahead, but this motorcycle is actually equipped with cornering headlight functionality, but the cornering headlights aren't very effective. So the main beams do a good job of illuminating the road, but when you're going around corners, the cornering headlamps are just way too underpowered. Yamaha really needs to revisit that application and boost the cornering headlight function on this particular model. Electronics wise, this motorcycle has all the bells and whistles. It has traction control, it has slide control, it has wheelie control. Yamaha calls it lift control, but the user interface could be improved. Now it's really clear that Yamaha went really budget in terms of the display. The displays on this bike, it has two actual displays. They're basically an MT-09 display times two. And obviously, I think it's cool that Yamaha is trying something different, but each display is way too small. There's a lot of redundancy between the displays. They show the same information, so basically it's just wasted space. The multi-function Yamaha control wheel, which they debuted with the 2015 YZF-R1, while it worked really well 7 years ago, fast forward to today, and it just feels clunky and it lacks the tactile precision of other motorcycles out there. Still, it is nice that Yamaha is doing something different with that split screen display. Now, all in all, I really do like riding this motorcycle. It is very comfortable, it has good luggage capacity and nice creature comforts, but its handling in a sporting environment is so-so, and the price of it. This motorcycle pushes $15,000. That's $5,500 more than a standard MT-09. And yeah, you are getting a lot of features with this bike, but based on its sub-sport handling, I'm almost would do better with just buying a traditional $9,500 MT-09, buying a windscreen for it, buying some heated grips, getting some luggage, and you'd likely save a couple grand, and you'd have a motorcycle that is much better handling if you like riding on twisty stretches of road. However, if you're not going to hit a lot of twisty road and you just want a nice cozy bike to go from point A to point B, where you can bring a passenger, you can bring all your stuff, you can be relatively comfortable with its nice ergonomics and its heated grips and its cruise control, I think this $15,000 2022 Tracer 9 GT might be good for you. Well, folks, that's a wrap of our 2022 Tracer 9 GT review. There's a lot to like about this motorcycle. Make sure to surf on over to motorcyclistonline.com. That's where all of our written content lives. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs it down if you didn't, and we'll see you next time. Thank you for riding with us today.